come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns set. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow to Michel on the dump off. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Mixon with a first down carry, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now it's Burrow. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Bengals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Tyler Shelvin there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Chubb running right. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Bengals 3, Browns 0.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand. Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Bengals drive about to get going. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line. Here we go.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. They'll run with Mixon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go.
And this is caught, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play. And that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Mixon will try the right side. Mixon with a first down and more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
First down, Cincinnati.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down now, Mixon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
There you go.
On third down, Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and run with Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Rolling to his right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 7 yards the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 17, Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a fourth and goal. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Browns drive about to get started.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A give running right is Chubb. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Open man. Here's Schwartz, complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He's going to air one out.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it go again.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. back to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Sample just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On 2nd down, Mixon. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
6-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bengals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he gets it down to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
second down at 5.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down is Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Brown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Mixon with a first down carry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
120 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Burrow will throw.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go play action with Burrow. Escapes the sack. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
2 yards to go.
The Bengals on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's a give to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To throw, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Chubb on 1st down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Connecting with Mixon. That catch good for only a couple.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Throwing, Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Powers through him. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. To throw, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here we go.
Burrow. And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Burrow. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A final shot now for Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Browns, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they suffer defeat for the first time as they drop to 2-1. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.